Don't worry about it.
Mic check. Billy.
Billy T's
I'll
in
try
the
not to
house.
call
Billy T's in the house. Ready to go.
We're down 30. Get out of the way. Good evening and welcome to Sports Weekly. It's our first annual show.
Sports Weekly.
First ever show, actually, not annual, but the first ever show we've done with Sports Weekly. We're out here in Coleman, Alabama at Moe's Barbecue. We're live from Coleman.
Standing room only.
And
Welcome to Moe's!
next to me
From
is
Moe's.
Billy Troutman and then Westgate Free over to his
Hello,
left.
how y'all doing?
Guys, want to say a little something about yourselves? Introduce yourselves.
Well, I'll introduce Billy. This is Billy Troutman. He's a good principal here in town, good guy, plays guitar, and he's a lot of fun to hang around. That's the only reason I'm here.
Well, I tell you what, we're all pretty good at having fun. And tell you what, the name of this show is all about fun. That's a fact. I tell you, this is Westgate Free, and Westgate is here with us. Westgate is known for his radio broadcast expertise around the world and in Oklahoma too.
In parts of Winston County.
Yeah. So so we're happy to be here tonight. I tell you what, we're gonna have a ball with this program.
And y'all bear with us. This is our first show. And
I'll tell you what, it's the best show
We're
ever.
gonna make it, and this is gonna be a sports show. And if y'all want the box scores, the stats, and all that, this is probably not for y'all. We're gonna wing it and have fun.
We're going to talk about all things sports, or we may not talk about sports at all. So we'll see.
You never know.
See how it works
But anything
out.
can be a sport if you try hard enough. Though, you know?
Exactly.
Anything can be a sport if you try hard enough.
Oh, goodness. So, like I say, we're out at Moe's tonight, and we're going to have a gentleman come up just a few minutes from Moe's and tell you a little about himself and about Moe's, the restaurant here in Coleman. If you're not here, come on down. We'll be here till about 9 o'clock if we don't all three pass out before then. But come on down and visit with us. We'd be love to see you. Have him come on up. Come on around
up
that
here.
Come on the other side there. There you go. Come on up.
He's got long legs. He can step over it.
You can step over the camera. Speak into the mic here.
And smile.
Give us your name and what you do here at Moe's, and a little bit about Moe's, and what y'all got some specials and what's going on this week. Plug Moe's. This is what you're here for.
I'm Ron Parker. I work at Moe's Original Barbecue. I'm a manager here. And all our meats are smoked fresh daily. We've got some great sides, some few specials. We've been running a meatloaf here lately. It's been selling really good. It's really great, better than my mom's.
Not anymore. Don, I promise you that.
She won't make it
you're
anymore
done with
for
We
you.
that.
got
right
some
now.
great desserts too, and
Tell you, they're known for their barbecue, but y'all need to try their smoked turkey and their mahi mahi sandwich.
On Friday,
Yeah.
the mahi mahi sells out. Every
make it
Friday it sells out.
yeah, we need to start running that every
It's
day.
awesome. The mahi mahi is the ticket.
Yeah.
It's very
Oh,
good.
it's really good.
We appreciate y'all letting us have it here. It's,
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Great venue.
Yeah, maybe I'll be
Appreciate
coming
that.
back. Bye.
we
Thanks,
hope
guys.
so. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Westgate, tell us a little about you, actually, what you do.
Well, I own a local independent insurance firm in town, Night Free Insurance, and in fact, I'm the third generation. My grandfather started it, and we're hanging in there and do that, and got a few cattle and kids. And life is busy, but it's fun.
Good.
Life is
Good
busy,
deal.
but it's fun.
Billy?
Well, as he said, I'm a high school principal here locally. Love my job, love to get to be part of the school system every day. So, hoping it works out for a long time. If that don't work out, I'm going to Nashville and play the guitar. That's what my goal is.
And he can do it. Trust me.
So one of these days when I go to Nashville, that'll be fine. If this TV gig don't work out like I think
I
it's
was
going to
going
work
to say
out.
this is going to make us famous.
Yeah, so whenever the National Syndicate don't work out, you catch me in Nashville.
You catch you in Nashville.
Yeah, that'd be right.
And Zach, what about you?
Tell us about what you bring.
Well, I'm here from Coleman, as we all are. I work at Coleman Regional Orthopedics and Sports Medicine for Dr. Doolin and Dr. Gomez as their practice administrator. I've got 4 kids, and just like Billy said, or Westgate said, it's just busy.
It's like herding cats.
Like herding cats.
But
it
it's
is.
fun.
But
It's
it's
like herding
fun.
cats.
It's a lot of fun. So anyway, we're going to get started with some sports talk tonight.
Absolutely.
We're going to
That's what
talk
we're here
about
for.
some local Pee Wee and Wee Wee sports. We've got a guest on just in a few minutes, Coach Stansel, who is the Pee Wee coach for the Coleman Cyclones. He's going to be on with us
Who
in a
went
few minutes
undefeated this
as
year.
our first ever guest on the show. and then we're going to talk about some high school football and a little bit of
All kind of football. Monday
college
night football's going on.
Monday
Monday
night
night's
football.
on right now.
It's on right now. Looks like Arizona's
Awesome, yeah.
beating Baltimore 7-3. In fact, in the second quarter, you can hardly see that, but I'm showing my age a little
You want
bit.
to borrow my glasses?
Yeah. And then we've got the little talk about the World Series that's starting tomorrow night as well.
Good deal.
So
But first, let's talk about the Cyclones.
talk about the Cyclones.
Tell you what,
Absolutely.
Cyclones is Coleman County champs this year. They're doing. They had a fantastic season, undefeated. Won the championship
Yes,
last
sir.
Saturday.
You were there. You
I tell you, man.
Luke Troutman,
Those kids did great. Luke Troutman,
lineman. He got the rooms
proud
all
of him,
once,
proud to
didn't he?
death. Say, I'm gonna go through the places real quick for all three divisions. The Cyclones, of course, were the Pee Wee winners. Then second place was Hanceville. Third place were the Bearcats. And fourth place were the Von Mon Eagles. And I tell you what, all those teams, you know, the Hanceville team, I tell you what, those kids, they improved so much from when we played them in the middle of the year till Saturday. Those kids did awesome. I mean, such talent out there. I tell you, Coleman County is going to be set in the future.
What age kids are this?
Well, the
What is
Pee Wees
Pee-wees?
are fifth and sixth graders. Fifth and sixth graders.
Okay.
The Wee Wees, Fairview won they were the county champs. Cyclones
Go
were
Aggies.
second place. Bearcats in third place. And again, the Von Mon Eagles come in at fourth. And then the Fire Plug division, which are the little bitty kids, let me tell you something. They're, I swear to you, they're about the size of
Literally
my
fire
kids'
plugs.
age.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Fire
tiny.
hydrant size.
And those kids, the West Point Warriors dominated that division. They won first place.
look out, they're tough.
Again, the Cyclones second place, Bearcats third, and the Holly Pond Broncos finished up in fourth place. This is a great year. Y'all,
great.
you want to go ahead and get Coach up here now?
That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can
Call
do
that
that.
Coach Stansel over there. Get him
We'll
over
get
here.
Coach Eugene Stentz over here to talk about his
Introduce him,
tenure
Billy.
as,
I will. I'll be
Pee Wee
happy
coach.
to. I tell you what, Coach Stansel, come on up. Hi, everybody. This is Coach Eugene Stansel.
Hello.
He is
Doing
the
real
Say,
good.
Coach, good to see you again.
Congratulations, you're our first guest.
he's
Thank
our
you.
first guest on the Sports Weekly show.
Awesome.
You're gonna be famous now.
I tell you, you better just
He already is
write it
famous.
down. Write it down.
Yeah, I better.
Now, I'm gonna, Coach. I just want you to talk about your boys. I want you to talk about the hard work they do, and just talk about your run too. I mean, and how the success those kids had over the years.
This year's been one of amazing year for the Coleman Cyclones and for me as a coach. Right now, I think as a total wins and losses, I think we're around 52-8.
That's awesome. That's
And
incredible.
with 4 championships, third place, second place, and also we're defending champs from last year, so we're back-to-back champions again this year. So it's been an amazing journey. This year, to me, these kids really worked hard. We had a lot of new kids coming out this year, and be able to coach them up, and also not even just coach them football, but teach them, life lessons.
Yes, absolutely.
Sport actually teaches us, and also the Word of God, teach them some
Absolutely.
devotions and that kind of stuff. Just kind of lead them in the right direction in life, and hopefully they'll stick with this and something that they'll never forget in life.
Incredible.
Keep this with them
It's
forever.
You can
So.
learn a lot at locker rooms and half times of football games. Just the guys you can play with.
Well, at that age too, I mean, that's such an important age to really start molding those kids. And I know you did a great job with that.
I appreciate it.
And that's awesome. I think that's awesome. Your son plays, correct?
Yes, sir. He was quarterback.
Very good.
Played safety
right.
past
Heard
6 years.
One of the best coaching jobs he did is he was put up with the assistant coach, Coach Apple.
Yeah.
He's a handful.
Hank Apple's one of a kind. So
That's an understatement.
Yes, it is.
You did say 52-8, though. Is that right?
52-8, I believe.
That's better than 7.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of college coaches out there. I'm telling you,
I mean, seriously.
this guy,
Better
he's got
than Saban.
character. He's got character. He's got tons of experience. He actually knows how to work with some wild kids. So,
Hey, Auburn may need a coach too, you know.
You never know the way they're looking.
The way they're looking now.
Get rid of Malzahn for
what's your specialty, defense or offense? Because we need to know. We'll start plugging that right now for you.
I'll probably go with offense.
Oh, there we go. There you go. That'll be fine.
Now you played baseball or you played football in
I played
college?
baseball. No, neither one in
Oh,
college.
okay,
Just
baseball.
high school.
High school. Okay. Very
Yep.
good. I understand you're a really good baseball player. Is that correct?
Used to be.
Used to be. Back in the day, as we
Back
all
in the day, now we
say.
got old.
As
So.
we all say. Absolutely.
What's that? Not as good now. I'm not as good as I once was, and I'm still good as once ever was.
That's
Right?
right. That's right.
That would be a song.
There's a song in there somewhere.
Yeah, that's what it is. I think there's a song in there somewhere.
Well, thank you very much. Any other
Coach,
questions
thank
for
you so
Coach?
much.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
Appreciate
it.
you coming
Thank
out.
you, sir.
Hey, we appreciate you, Coach. We sure do.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I tell you what, those kids worked hard all year long.
They did.
You wouldn't believe it. Those 2 years practices, the time they put in, the time, and And those coaches, I mean, they volunteer their time, put in that time for those kids. They do a great job.
Practice
They sure
them
do.
2 or 3 times a week, and then
Oh, it's
all day
tough.
Saturdays
It's tough.
playing games, and you know it's a family commitment.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
not just
Got that right.
the
It's
kids,
not just
but
dad
it's,
and the-
it's
Hey,
the
and
brothers and sisters
It's not
and
just
everybody
those
else.
boys, those little cheerleaders get out there. Every
Absolutely.
single ball practice,
That's
every one of
right.
those cheerleaders are out there going through those routines.
That's true.
And it's not what, hey, when I was a kid, the cheerleaders stood there and yelled, and now they've got all the pyramid stuff, and they're standing up, down, and falling everywhere. I
They
mean,
put a lot into
it's
it.
crazy.
That's
It's
great.
just a mental thought of you should have been a cheerleader. That would be good.
He could have been.
I wouldn't mind
I
being one of
guarantee
those male cheerleaders, getting a hold of them
It would
girls.
be hard to do
and
with
everything.
female cheerleader.
Yeah, that male, it's not a bad deal.
Yes.
I can't do those cartwheels down the field like those guys do in
You should
college.
do it. I
That's
did
tough.
in high school.
He could have at one time.
We could have
no
winged
doubt.
it, just like this show.
All right.
Exactly right.
Tell us what's up next, Zach.
Well, we're going to bring in our
Stats guy.
Spencer, the stats man. He's going to come in and we're going to start talking about some of our local high school sports,
Awesome,
and football, and then some of our college. And we'll get plugged into the computer here, and some of the things he's got we're going to talk about. We're just going to kind of have a round table and talk about these things. So,
Welcome to the show.
Spencer, welcome.
Thank you. How's
Tell us a
everything?
little bit about yourself, Spencer.
Well, living out here for going on about a year and a half now. My wife lived in the Cold Springs area, went to high school out
Okay.
there. So she's a part of the Eagles.
Good deal.
Sir.
Just moved out here because we got tired of living in Birmingham and wanted to come to God's country.
That's what I say. Hey,
made it.
And
You made
neither
it.
one, nobody's going to argue that right there with you.
You
We're
made
right
it.
there
Does no
with
good
you
to
on
argue
that
that.
one right there. That's right.
Well, good deal. What you got for us, Spencer? Spencer,
Well-
like I said, is the stat man, so he's going to talk about some stats, and we're going to kind of bounce some things off of him. And we may disagree on some things, but we'll just tell it like it is. So go ahead, Spencer. What do
I'm
you think?
kind of outnumbered out here.
That's
right
all right.
now. Bunch of
No, you're not
Auburn fans,
outnumbered.
ain't
No, not at
well,
all.
we're not getting there yet, but yes.
you? There you go. I'm outnumbered then. I'm probably outnumbered in high school as well.
but I'm just going to let you know we did sense a disturbance in the force, though.
Yes, we
The
did.
second one
It could be on both sides from this particular point of view right now.
That's true.
But,
Sorry, Kerry Lawson.
we got high school playoffs coming up, and actually they've released the beginning games that's going to be coming on. One thing though, I know Coleman played this past week, and someone told me they got beat.
Muscle
pretty
Shoals,
handedly.
handed to them.
But we're still in the playoffs.
They are
Still in the playoffs. Still in the playoffs. That's right.
Fourth seed, I think.
4 seed, good deal.
Well, that's a good deal. So at least we'll have one of our local guys coming out there and making a showing.
Yes.
Hopefully it's a all the way showing as well.
Absolutely.
But right now you look at the standings. You got Class 1A all the way up to
Let's start with the 7. What do you got on your
Class 7.
7A?
As far as standing wise, what we got number, of course, up at the top right now, you got Bob Jones.
It's 9-0. Those kids ain't lost a game.
That's
No.
impressive.
And, they play up in the Madison
Thank you,
County
Coach.
area.
See you. Thank you.
Back up.
Doing, man. You got,
boys.
the top 5, you got Bob Jones, Spain Park.
Yeah.
Spain Park, they're 8-1, so I mean, they ain't too shabby of a team either.
Yes, sir.
This might be a dumb question, but what's the difference in the 1A to the 7A?
We'll see. It's about numbers, Zach.
All about numbers.
See, the schools with the most kids, they have a higher classification.
Gotcha.
Smaller schools have. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. But what is the 7A? What is that
That's a good question.
classification?
I don't
How many
know- I don't know what
thousand
the
kids you
numbers
gotta
is,
have?
yeah.
10,000 kids?
No, I don't know what the number breakdown
No,
is,
that
but that's what it's based on. Yeah.
Did you not hear
That's
us
not a good
before? We're
question.
not a stats.
No, I know. I was just
Ask
a question.
him. Where'd you-
That's a general question because like I said, I don't know much about sports anyway.
Hey, for real though. 1A schools are obviously your smaller schools.
Sure.
7A schools. 7A is a new classification too, isn't that right?
Yeah,
think
this
so.
year.
New this year?
That's right.
Because of the size.
6A used to be the biggest one.
And then, of course, Hoover kept getting bigger, so I figured they said, well, we'll just make another one.
Make it
10A.
7.
Sooner or later, they're going to be like every car on the market. They're going to be in a class of their own. Oh, we're the best football team in our class. We're the only one in our class. So,
Very true.
Let's go to the 6A. Who's leading in that stand?
tell you what, you got 4 undefeated teams right off the bat.
Look out.
4 undefeated teams.
Opelika, Spanish Fort, Muscle Shoals. Well, we know Muscle Shoals, is they just.
Yeah, we know how good they are.
We know how good they are because of playing Coleman. Clay Chalkful is one of them as well. And
Who won that last year? Don't know who won that? Didn't
I don't know who was
I
6A
won't say-
last year.
I don't think I was going to say Spanish Fort, but I think they got beat. I may be wrong.
I can't remember exactly.
We'll say that, and then somebody can call
Somebody
in.
can let us know.
Let us
Yeah.
know what we're. if
Give
we're
us a
wrong
ring
or
and
not.
let us know.
I tell you though, you know one thing about here, the Coleman Hearts game is a big deal.
Yes, sir.
Isn't that right?
Been that way for a
And
long
so I
time.
just want to let you know you get both those teams in the playoffs, and both of them with the same record, both a 6-3 record too. So I mean that says a lot about the level of competition too. It'd be hilarious if they meet somewhere. You know.
It's very possible.
true.
It's
Yep.
very possible.
Yeah.
If you look at 5A, you got Jackson, St. Paul's, Winona, and Vigor makes the top 4. And if you look, the records there are pretty interesting. You got 2 undefeated teams. One's number 1 and the other's number 3. And you'd think the number 1 and 2 would be the undefeated ones, but it's actually
It's 1 and 3.
I don't know
1
why
and
that
3.
worked out that way either. Yeah, I don't know why that worked out.
I know, I mean, because you would.
It's probably a mistake. So if I'm guessing, it's probably.
Yeah, it can't work
Probably a
out that way.
mistake in the stats.
I mean, that right there, they're obviously got that Alabama thing. I mean, they're 8-1, but yet they're number, but the third,
About to go to commercial.
We have a
get
financial
the wrap
partner
up.
you can depend on. Hi, I'm Jay Mullins, president of Premier Bank, with some exciting news about our financial strength and performance. For the 6th consecutive year, our bank has been rated 5 stars by Bauer Financial, an independent firm that has been analyzing and reporting on the financial condition of the nation's banking industry since 1983. This prestigious rating means that we are one of the strongest banks in the nation, and a safe and sound bank you can depend on.
Wall State offers associate degree and certificate programs in Alabama's hottest job fields. Every year this decade, almost 3,800 new workers will enter these fields. Will you be one of them? Be one of us. Get in a Wallace state of mind. That's the projected number of job openings for trained welders this decade. That's the potential salary for welders trained the Wallace State way with the latest robotic technology for manufacturing. Who will you be? Be one of us and get in a Wallace state of mind.
We're slashing prices this October at Bill Smith Buick GMC in Coleman. Like this 2015 GMC Sierra Z71 Crew Cab 4-wheel drive with leather interior. Was $49,330, now $39,330. That's $10,000 off. It's no trick. We're the treat at Smith Buick GMC in Coleman. It's October at Bill Smith Buick GMC in Coleman. Time for the perfect family vehicle. Like this 2015 GMC Terrain with leather interior, built-in GPS, and so much more. Starting at only $24,690. It's no trick. We've got the treat at Bill Smith Buick GMC in Coleman.
When energy prices start to rise, a single electric co-op can only do so much. That's why your Touchstone Energy Cooperative taps the combined ideas and resources of co-ops locally and nationally to deliver electricity at the best price possible. And in that unity, every member gains strength. Together we can take control of the future, instead of the future taking control of us.
Coleman Electric Cooperative.
Hey, welcome back to Sports Weekly here in Moe's live in Coleman, Alabama, at Moe's Barbecue.
And we still got a little bit of room if you want to come down and see
it's
slide.
almost standing room only here.
Almost.
But if you'll hurry up and come down here, if you're close, you can come on down.
We'll get them to put another
They're
butt
still
on fire.
serving food and drinks. We got the ball game on. We got a little poker going here on the side. They're playing Hold'em or whatever, Texas Hold'em. But there's plenty of football going on now. Looks like Arizona and Baltimore are still playing. I'm not sure what the score is, but I'll let you know here in just a second. It's like
Still
7-3 still. So anyway, we'll get back to Spencer and we'll finish talking about high school football. Spencer?
Well, we left off at 5A, and the kind of debacle of how they got the confusing way they got the ranking set up, and you got some teams that's 5-3 over an 8-0 team and things of that nature. But you move on to 4A, and you got UMS, Bright, Leeds, Andalusia, and Thomasville Brooks makes your top 4. Now Leeds has been in the 4A playoffs quite a few times and had a really good program for a while going on, won a couple of championships, things of that nature. So I would look to them to be a big time contender, big time threat within the playoffs to win the 4A actually.
Talking about Leeds?
Yeah.
Yes.
They've done it multiple times throughout the last, I'd say 5-10 years maybe.
Right.
So
Strong contender always, don't they?
Oh yeah. You can't ever count them out even no matter what the
They
record
play
is.
tough football.
Yeah.
So you look at 3A, you got Madison Academy, Bayside Academy, T.R. Miller, and Danville. Those are your top 4.
T.R. Miller always plays tough too.
Yeah. Where's T.R. Miller at? Not sure where that's at.
Forest Hill. A little south of here.
I wish
South
I wish them all the best.
Yeah.
Go TR.
Go T.R. Miller.
Well. And then you got also in your Class 2A, and we'll get a little more in depth of this, especially when we get closer to the
Get
playoffs.
into the playoffs, next couple weeks we can talk more about about the high school.
Get really into depth of them and how they are.
Absolutely.
But, you look in the Class 2A and 1A, 2A you got Elba, Randolph County, GW Long, and Washington County makes up your top 4. And then with 1A you got Georgiana. Okay, for y'all guys, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
And this was not my best, too. Maplesville, Linden, and then Notasulga.
Okay.
Notasulga. The Notasulga's down there close to God's country. I'm just
Close
going
to
to let
God's
you know that
country,
right there. That's down there close. That's down there close to Lee County.
Close to
God's
War Eagle
That's all
country.
there is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all
down
there
that
is.
way.
Wow.
Speaking of War Eagle,
Yeah.
let's talk about college football for a
I
minute.
think
That's
that's
what-
just like we planned that right there, y'all. What a segue into
Very
college
good segue.
football, right?
Good
Sad
job.
thing, we all think alike, so you are outnumbered.
Well, that's okay. But
I'll tell you what.
Here we are going into week 10 of college football, and it's hard to believe that it's already here. I mean, we look forward to this every year. You're looking forward to fall and college football starting, and it's
what's
already 10 weeks into it.
Yes, sir. And what's unusual this year is right now we don't have an SEC team in the top 3. What LSU?
No,
is?
LSU's 4.
LSU's 4 this year.
Yeah.
And that's unusual.
You got your top 5, if I'm not mistaken. It goes Ohio State, Baylor, Clemson, then you got LSU, and then you got TCU. I think number 5.
Yeah, we're struggling. SEC's
Baylor's
struggling.
playing good football.
Baylor is playing good football.
got a heck of
Really
a
are.
But
quarterback.
they got only problem is their quarterback Seth Russell with that neck injury. He's going to be out for 6 months.
But their
Neck surgery.
second string quarterback is a kid from Stephenville, Texas, where I got a buddy that lives out there, and he plays good football. He came in there and threw a touchdown last week.
They may not miss a beat.
I think he's a freshman. Yes, sir.
Tell you
That's
what, something that gets me, Ohio State's still winning. You had a big win over Rutgers last week, which is probably not that big a deal. However, how far along are they going to go? Will they get in the last part of their season? Is there anybody that can stop that run right now?
But who do they
I
play?
mean, what do you think?
I mean, what would Ohio State's record be if they were playing in the SEC?
They're playing in
I
the
agree.
SEC.
Oh,
They got an SEC coach. I mean, we taught him how to coach.
Oh, yeah.
The SEC did.
Right.
And
I
they
agree.
don't have the games every week that Auburn, Alabama, LSU, and I mean LSU's still undefeated. And
Do they
which is pretty
play
impressive.
Michigan State at the end of the year?
Who?
They play
Ohio State.
Michigan State,
in
and they
fact-
play Michigan.
Okay.
They play Michigan State first, and they play Michigan the very next week.
So they got two good games coming up, at least two that they could be beaten. I mean, obviously. So.
Honestly, I think your top 4 will not. I don't think there'll be a single unbeaten team by the end of the season.
So you think they're going to go all the way to the end,
And get
stay
beat.
just like they are?
No, get beat. I think they'll
Oh,
get
you think
beat.
they will get beat?
I think they'll get beat.
I think it could happen.
I think Michigan State will get beat. And I think Baylor will too, because Baylor's got Oklahoma State coming up. They also have TCU coming up.
And that's a rivalry game.
That's a rivalry game. Now, do I think TCU will beat Baylor? Chances are no, because they struggle big time on defense. Do I think that Baylor could be beaten by maybe like an Ohio State or somebody like that,
Yeah.
or Oklahoma? Yes.
Possibly. Absolutely.
Yes, and I think that's going to be the thing. The big problematic we got issue in SEC right now is we have a 2-loss SEC team in Ole Miss that if they win out,
Have they lost 2? Ole Miss
Miss?
lost 2?
Ole
Fixing to
Miss.
lose 3.
Fixing to lose 3, absolutely. Yeah, Memphis
I
beat
agree
them.
with you on that one. That's actually my pick for that game, actually, is Auburn. But they lost to Florida
And Memphis.
and Memphis.
Memphis, that's
And I'm not gonna lie, I was making fun. I was a little bit upset about the whole, Ole Miss comes in there, upsets Alabama at home. That's a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Right. So so I'm thinking, well, Ole Miss is gonna be pretty good.
And then
they turn around and get hammered.
By Florida.
Buffalo.
Exactly.
I mean, they don't just get beat a little bit.
Yeah.
They got beat down.
Yeah. But then and so I'm thinking, man, I tell you what, you never know, because then Memphis beats them, and I'm starting to get kind of upset about that. But Memphis, those guys, they're undefeated too. I think they're leading
They
their
are.
conference.
They are.
They
Yes,
are. They are.
Very good. They're
Now,
undefeated.
and I'm thinking it's either Memphis. I think it's Memphis is playing Notre Dame this weekend.
I tell you, that'll be interesting to see how that works right there too.
We might need to look that up to go into the next break.
Pull that up and look,
Next break,
see.
make sure, but I'm pretty
See who
sure they
they're
are.
playing.
And
Look in the week's 10 schedule.
if that's the case, if Memphis beats Notre Dame,
Oh, that shakes everything up right there.
no, it's Temple.
Temple's going Notre Dame.
Temple's playing good too. They played last week.
All them boys. It's amazing. What's crazy to me
hear
is the
that.
fact we're looking at a situation to where this whole thing could be possibly, if they win, because they have a chance of winning now,
Yeah.
they could be in the mix for the playoffs. You never really know. Now, granted, that's their only key win of the
Yeah.
whole season.
Yeah.
You just need to win the next one. And
I tell you, the Big Rebs are coming into Auburn this weekend.
11 o'clock early kickoff, and Auburn's got to be thankful for the SEC network. If it weren't for them, we'd be on radio this week.
Another radio year. That's kind of typical for us.
Don't
but,
get us wrong, we're huge Auburn fans, but we got to do better. We got to do better. And we can turn it around.
Auburn's
We got
motto-
them at home.
Inconsistency is our motto.
I'm gonna tell you something though. Y'all have one thing going for y'all at least. Y'all at least got a
We got a good
quarterback.
punter.
You got,
You got a great kicker.
We do.
Carlson, you know.
y'all got,
I tell you what we got. We got a jumbotron that's freaking. We got a jumbotron that we can actually see from Coleman. I think.
You can see it glow at
mean,
glow
hey,
at 9. That's for sure.
no-
You got to love
There's no
Auburn football.
excuse
We're
for not
talking
being
about the
able to see
kicker, the punter, and the jumbotron.
Our
Absolutely.
jumbotron is
I
magnificent.
don't
It
know,
is.
cheerleading squad, the band.
Well, true. But I agree with what you're saying. Excuse us for kind
You
of
got a
talking to- We got a
quarterback.
quarterback finally standing up.
And it's not get turning the ball over.
Yes.
If you look in that Ole Miss game when they played Alabama, you had 3 interceptions from Coker. You had 2 lost fumbles, one from Kenyon Drake, one also from Derrick Henry.
Right.
And out of that, there was 24 points off the turnovers that Ole Miss made. If you had taken those 24 points off the scoreboard, the score would have been 37-19.
A whole lot different.
Been a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
And Ole Miss wouldn't even be in the discussion.
But that's the way it is.
This past week against Arkansas, Sean Lott played a heck of a game. He had 8 drop passes that Billy could have caught. And
That's not on him, though. That's on the receivers.
exactly.
That's
He's
not
doing
his fault.
right. He's not turning it over. He's throwing it where he can and giving us a chance to win. That's
mean,
just me
not gonna lie.
personally think our defense needs to
I was
step
proud
up.
of the guys at Arkansas, and I'm not gonna lie. There at the first overtime when Barber touched that ball 3 times, and I mean just punched him in the mouth. I said, "That's it." I said, "You know, we played him closer than I thought we would, and we're fixing to seal the deal. We're fixing to knock him out." And you know,
Good teams get hit in the nose and keep fighting.
didn't turn out the way we wanted to, but I'm still proud of the
It was
guys.
still a good, fun game to watch.
I tell you, the other team up the road right there, man, what a game. 2 awesome games this weekend. I tell you, Alabama played Tennessee, you know, at Alabama too. And I tell you, that Tennessee
And
team
Alabama
showed
gave them
up.
about all they wanted.
That
and
Tennessee team showed up, I'll tell you that. But
Well, I'm telling you,
Alabama did great.
I think Alabama underestimated Tennessee, first of all.
Probably so.
And I think they were looking ahead.
Oh yeah.
They got it not
They got
this week,
LSU
but next week
coming
they got
in
a
next
LSU
week after next. So yeah,
playing in
that's,
Brighton Inning at 9. That should be fun.
well,
That should be
that's going to be another
crazy.
huge game for that matchup. It really is.
Well, I think actually, if you think about it, if you want to get Alabama anywhere now this year, you want to get them at home because for some reason Coker plays the worst games at
Away.
home.
Yep.
That's
He-
true.
You know,
But
The
still,
Reds
give
found
Saban
that
2
out.
weeks to get ready. He can
Yeah.
hardly ever lose.
that's true.
But I tell you what, the one thing about the Tide is they just play fundamental football. They're just fundamentally a good football team.
Like,
You know,
tough defense.
I tell you, they're just good all around. And if you're going to beat them, you're going to have to punch them in the nose. That's the only way you're going to do it.
And you've got to have
too many teams that can't. Yeah.
And you got to have exceptional quarterback play too.
Yeah.
Because one thing, you know, if you
And you
notice,
got a beast of a running back
right,
too. Oh my
if
God.
you notice any of the teams that's beaten Alabama over the last 5 or so years since Saban's been there, it's been a quarterback that has an exceptional throwing night. He runs a little bit. And also, you have your actual run game because if you try to go in there like Georgia found out the hard way, you can't go in there and expect to run,
against Alabama's.
and then try to pass later.
What about the Bulldogs?
What about Georgia?
There's a
Absolutely.
heartache. I mean, I mean, for well, I mean,
Having a great year.
I'm glad
Great
to see. I'm
season.
glad to see them, you know, kind of, struggling a little bit, but being as though I hate.
But not on the injury of
being as though I hate them.
Chubb,
Yeah, I didn't want that. to happen.
I hated
That was
that.
tough.
Yeah, but they, that was
tough.
crazy.
That was even hard to watch. Watch that replay of his knee. It's tough.
Remind me of that. Was it Prothro that snapped his ankle?
Oh my gosh, that was
So,
horrible too.
bad.
Remember when Joe Dosman did it in Super Bowl? They showed it 100 different times on the. Oh my
Because
gosh.
of that, they don't show it on replay.
You can't watch it. I tell you, that was.
We're slashing prices this October at Bill Smith Buick GMC in Coleman. Like this 2015 GMC Sierra Z71 Crew Cab 4-wheel drive with leather interior. Was $49,330, now $39,330. That's $10,000 off. It's no trick. We're the treat at Bill Smith Buick GMC in Coleman. It's October at Bill Smith Buick GMC in Coleman. Time for the perfect family vehicle. Like this 2015 GMC Terrain with leather interior, built-in GPS, and so much more. Starting at only $24,690. It's no trick. We've got the treat at Bill Smith Buick GMC in Coleman.
It's true. The only time we think about electricity is when the power goes out. Then every minute seems like an eternity. Luckily, as a member of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, the people working on our behalf have the training, high-tech resources, and motivation to restore power as quickly and as safely as humanly possible. See what I mean? When it comes to electricity, you know you have an outstanding team working for you when you hardly notice them at all.
Coleman Electric Cooperative.
Wallace State offers associate degree and certificate programs in Alabama's hottest job fields. Every year this decade, almost 3,800 new workers will enter these fields. Will you be one of them? Be one of us. Get in a Wallace state of mind. That's the projected number of job openings for trained welders this decade. That's the potential salary for welders trained the Wallace State way with the latest robotic technology for manufacturing. Who will you be? Be one of us and get in a Wallace state of mind.
Delicious stud, hun.
Eat up, there's plenty more.
Billy, eat your stud. Think of the termites whose homes were protected with Termidor.
Aw, Dad, the Browns will never get Termidor. They're clueless.
Yeah, they even think homeowners insurance covers our damage. Do you hear laughing?
It's probably just the pipes. Target Pest Control. We aim.
Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Again, we're here live in Moe's in Coleman, Alabama. Moe's Barbecue in Coleman. We're live on WCQT TV 27, and
we're on the live on the internet at
yes, WCQT27.com. So we've been talking about college football, and we left the segment talking about Florida and Georgia. And Wesley had a comment about
that's what they don't like to advertise that much now, but it's the largest cocktail party in the Southeast on that Saturday because it's supposed to be a neutral site.
Right.
They split the tickets 50-50 like they used to do the Iron Bowl at Legion Field.
Where are they playing?
In Jacksonville.
In Jacksonville, okay.
And I've never been, but I've had some of my college buddies that go to that game, and they say it's fun atmosphere, fun game, because as an Auburn fan, you really don't care who wins. You're just there for the
atmosphere.
Facility. Yeah, and it's fun. And I remember growing up going to Legion Field when Auburn, Alabama split it 50-50. You can see it right down the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Granted, I'm glad
I'm glad it's not like that anymore.
That way anymore, but I think Florida will beat them. I really do. I think Florida will beat them.
I think Florida's stronger than we thought.
It'll be a good game.
Even without they lost the quarterback, but I think they'll take it.
You're talking about having games at Legion Field. I think right now you'd have to be afraid to fall through some of the areas in the stadium.
Let's do some soccer, women's soccer in there right now until they get them.
was always an adventure.
Yeah, it was.
What, as a kid, I went to Legion Field to watch the Birmingham Stallions play they were as a Florida team. I guess Tampa Bay had I think they had a USFL team. But when USFL was playing, and as a kid, I can't tell you one thing about the ball game, but all I know is I salvaged about 100 of those plastic cups. I had streamers, I had all kind of plastic paraphernalia when I left there. And it was like the best day ever.
Brought cups home with you.
You look at me like I remember that.
Maybe you don't. You remember that? These guys remember the USFL.
I did. I went to the Stallion. Went in high school. I think I was a senior with Leslie Lenthal's dad. Went down there, and it was Doug Flutie.
Yeah.
Was playing quarterback.
Tell you what.
That's awesome.
Talk about old Memphis and those kids, the run those guys are on. The only pro game I ever went to was a preseason game, and it was at the Memphis Tiger Stadium. It was when the Oilers franchise was sold out of Houston, and Tennessee bought them, and they were the Tennessee Oilers. And so they played the New Orleans Saints, and Steve the Air McNair was the quarterback. That's why we went. And so, man, it was a great at the College Stadium. We had a ball. We were
talking earlier about Memphis, and you just mentioned that they're actually playing Tulane Saturday. I think we said they were playing something else, but they're actually playing Tulane according to the schedule.
Who is this now? Memphis.
Memphis Tigers.
It's close.
Yeah, Temple T.
It's close. We're close.
I mean, that's the best
Notre
start with
Dame,
T.
you know.
Yeah,
It does start with T, right?
Like I said, if
What
y'all
other big
want
games?
real hard statistics, y'all need to find another show. We're just here to have fun.
What other games? We're talking about South Carolina a little bit at the break. It's like South Carolina's playing, got Texas A&M this weekend.
Yes.
Ooh, Lord.
And the thing about South Carolina, I hate Steve Spurrier resign. I love to hate him. I loved to, when he was at Florida, we beat him
Oh,
a few
that
times down
visor
there and
throwing
throw
it
that
all
visor,
around,
but
yeah.
He was entertaining because he
was.
never knew what he's going to say.
Yeah.
He would tell you like
He's
it
a good
is.
coach. Steve Spurrier, I mean,
He
had some of the best cracks on Auburn, UT.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
On his own team.
Or like when
On his
there
own
was 20
player.
books burned down in
Yeah.
the library, and he actually only 15 of them were not in color yet.
Yeah, and then we can't spell citrus without UT and stuff like that.
there was that we had T-shirts made up one year for game day at Auburn, and the back of the shirt said, "Will Rogers never met a man he didn't like," and then it said, "Will Rogers never met Steve Spurrier."
We know
That's pretty
Steve Spurrier,
good.
what's funny is when he was at Florida, he was a whole different person than when he went to South Carolina. And I think in a lot of ways, that's kind of what caused a shift.
I think he helped shape the SEC.
He did.
He changed the way they play
But
The
football.
run, the fun and gun was
he was
never
the-
done until that point.
When he
in
went
time.
to the pros, coach at Washington,
Right.
did not do good.
No.
And that had to hurt your ego.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
You
Look
come
at
back with
Saban.
your hat in the hand.
Yeah, hat in your hand, but he had the successful years after that.
Yeah.
He did fine. A lot
He
of
turned
coaches.
South Carolina around.
Most college coaches don't succeed in the NFL. It's a totally different ballgame.
But think about South Carolina doing that program. I mean, they got the. We might as well say retired, but you got Lou Holtz. What an incredible coach! What an incredible legacy.
Coach Lou.
He goes there, and then we know the kind of record he had, and then we also, Spurrier goes there. I mean, who are they going to get next, and why did he quit? I mean, maybe I know why he quit, but still.
I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna tell you a difference between, to me, with Coach Holtz's situation in South Carolina and Spurrier. Spurrier had an ability, and he demonstrated it both not only at Duke, at Florida, and at South Carolina, was the ability to take a program that basically was bare bones and rebuild it to make it a
I agree
power.
with that. I agree with that.
I think he'll be one of the all-time best coaches. In, obviously, the SEC.
There's
the
a
whole
chance.
thing.
There's a chance they might put him in the Hall of Fame or whatever.
Maybe,
chance.
possibly.
Or at least his visor.
Put it in there.
Well, that visor was held by the interim guy. He sat there when he's running out in the field, and he had to sit there.
Really?
Oh yeah, the first game after.
Really?
Actually, it was against Vandy.
Who is the interim coach? I don't even know who it is.
Yeah, the offensive coordinator, I think it is. But he took the
Bubba.
visor.
Call him Bubba. I don't know what his name is.
Boys, I got him here. Hey, I tell you what. Speaking of the South Carolina bunch, what about Clemson?
Clemson, North Carolina this weekend, right?
Tell you what, that Clemson ball team.
Clemson, to me,
tough.
everybody's big on Clemson. To me, they're kind of suspect. They play in the
I'm going to
weakest
bite my tongue on
conference.
Clemson.
I'm just thank God we beat them first game of the year. That's all I'm gonna say.
But they play them in the weakest
did?
We didn't play Clemson the first game of the
We
year. We
played
played
the first game.
Louisville.
Yeah, we didn't.
We played Louisville.
I'm thinking about maybe another time.
In that last year or two, I think we
Football? Are
got.
we talking about football?
No, we're on baseball now, aren't we?
All right.
No, Clemson's playing
Clemson's
good.
good,
I
is that right?
just don't like the coach, Scott. But that's
Yeah.
just personal.
I just
He's a
don't-
good coach, but
Good coach, but
I don't look at it this way. You have only two teams in the ACC. That's Florida State and Clemson.
seriously.
But in order for them to actually make it to the playoffs, they have to win out completely. They can't be one loss, two loss. And I just think as weak a conference as they play in, sometimes to me their ranking is misleading.
Yes.
You're ranked number 3 in the country, but it's kind of like, what have you done for me lately?
well,
Who have you played?
Who you beat?
well, speaking of Florida State, and they got Syracuse this weekend. I mean, they've kind of had a fall from grace this year, like Auburn and several other teams have. Obviously, that's just part of it. That's just part of the sport.
Well, you got to rebuild a
Year
coach.
to
You
year.
can't have
Yeah.
Right.
Can't be good every year.
Exactly right. So, I mean, how are they doing this year? I mean, I know it's like they're number 17.
They lost to Georgia Tech in a very
Yes. So the
Michigan
play
State,
of that.
Michigan-esque kind of way.
last second.
Last second.
One or
It was a field goal attempt by Florida State that got blocked. And what's the funny part about it is when you look at the sideline and then you look also at the players, they're going,
Don't get away from it.
leave it alone.
Yeah.
He
He
just kind
picked
of
it up
goes
anyway. He's like, I'm
He
gone.
freezes like for 2 seconds and looks around and goes, oh, screw it, I picked it up. He picked up the man with it.
He's
Well,
running.
Auburn's proved you can return those.
Yeah, absolutely, you can. It'll
Just takes 1 second.
1 second. That's right.
Tell you what, Vandy had a big win last week over Missouri.
Yes, he did.
That's his first SEC win.
I tell you, I'm
I like
a
Vandy.
I'm a Vandy
fan.
fan.
I'm a
Student
Nashville
athletes.
fan.
Student athletes, man. I love
Exactly.
Vandy. I tell you, but Vandy's that team. Every SEC team they play, I mean, they'll scare them to death. You know it. I mean, those kids play so hard.
Yeah, if they beat them in the game, then they're going to have a Scholar Bowl contest and work them every. Can you imagine?
What happened to you? We got beat by Vandy.
That's so true. Scholars Bowl at halftime. That's what they do.
We know the
Where are
thing.
you down?
Absolutely.
The thing about it is, with the thing about Missouri, the sad thing is, over the last 4 games, they only have had the whole time 12 points.
Yeah.
Really?
12 points over 4 games.
Who's this?
Missouri.
Missouri.
Yeah.
Over that, at the same time, they are owed from like 41 or 47 on 3rd down.
Wow.
Here lately, and I'm sitting, you know, Missouri was a big contender. They won the SEC East last year.
Yes, sir.
You know, they're a big, big contender. They were talking about them possibly making it this year as well, playing
I
against.
think the entire SEC, except for LSU, and maybe Alabama, where everybody's seems like they're having a building year.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
I mean,
even
really.
Alabama a little bit. And,
They are.
Yeah.
And it's,
The
and then
LSU's
you gotta
building year
play-
was the last 2. Now they're kind of the cream that rose to the top. You know?
And every week in the SEC, you can get beat when you're
Absolutely.
playing. I mean,
Any given Saturday.
Yes,
You
sir.
know? That's it. Very good.
I will say this, though. I think that over the past 5 or so years, though, you've kind of had your prominent programs. Okay, these are the ones you know, year in and year out, are going to be contenders. You still got the Tennessees looming on the side, you know, and you also got the Texas A&Ms that are hoping on a prayer that they can finally win an SEC championship. But they've been kind of just there. They're kind of the redheaded stepchild.
I wish they had. They probably wish they had Manziel back. I know the Browns wish they had him back.
And his girlfriend.
Yeah, and both of them. Wish they just ship him on back to College Station.
Oh, the Browns. Well, the pro game tonight's what is it? Baltimore 10.
It's like Baltimore 10, Arizona 7. Arizona's on the 2-yard line.
Somebody's fixing to score right now,
fixing to
too.
score. So. Yeah,
Those guys are doing pretty good.
About the 2.
I tell you, talking about old Missouri, I think it was Missouri. I wouldn't swear to this. This past summer, though, we had the kids, the Jeremiah Castile football camp here in town.
Right.
It was a great camp for the kids, great summer program.
Yes.
And
Do that every year,
And
or have been.
those ball players got out there and they worked. I mean, they worked for those kids and they're hilarious. I mean, they're fun to watch. And I tell you, the athletes had as much fun as the kids did. And LaMichael Fanning was there. He was one of the guys who plays at Jacksonville State now.
Right.
An ex-Alabama player, big. Oh my gosh, if that kid don't play pro ball, something's wrong with him. I mean, he's a beast. But I tell you right now, he played with those kids and had more fun than everything. So we're watching. I go home and I get Luke. I said, Luke, you got to watch this. You know that guy you were playing with? And Spanning's the one that takes that Missouri guy, running it back to the offense. And
Slammed him.
just TKOs. And
Suplex.
that was the guy I coached you today. So anyway, so when you said Missouri, I was thinking about old Fanning and
That's cool.
summer camp. That was awesome.
What did y'all see, kind of getting back to the Auburn game this past week, what did y'all guys take away from all the drop passes y'all had?
We can't catch a cold. I mean,
Well, we need to catch the ball.
I mean, they're all in his hands. They weren't really bad
coverage
passes.
would be
No.
good. We need, our defense needs to step up. I don't think I don't think he's very happy with the way things are going.
No, he's
well,
not.
we're playing a lot of
I just hope we give him
That's
enough.
exactly right.
freshmen. We ran off some guys
But
that
they
probably
went through the
needed to,
depth.
that didn't want
Yeah.
to be there. But I don't think quarterback's a problem. I just
no.
think executing and getting the guys to catch the ball.
I, for one, am proud that they're sticking with the quarterback.
Yeah.
Sticking with him. And it would have been easy to pull him out and put Johnson back in there and just see what he can do. But I'm glad for once. Stick the kid in there.
Yeah.
Has he had a turnover since the
And let
interception
him
in
play.
Mississippi State?
I don't know that he has.
I don't think he has.
And that's going to be key coming in. It's coming
That's
week when
huge.
they play Ole Miss.
You know, and that's huge next year and the year after.
He's a redshirt freshman.
Absolutely.
I mean, I like Jeremy Johnson. He played great opening of last year when first game against Arkansas, and he's a heck of a quarterback. I just don't know. Something got him mentally because he's still got the he's got the tools, and there's no
Sure,
point.
he's got the
No
tools.
point to keep him in there.
No, not at all. And that's a tough call to make, but I think he made the right call.
Well, I will say this though,
Absolutely.
it don't matter what quarterback you have out there with y'all guys. 2 of your main key receivers can catch. I mean,
and you got whatever was going on with Duke Williams. Who knows what was
He's gone.
going on with that? He's gone now, but even early on in the year, they didn't throw to him. Never threw them all.
right.
But something was going on there.
And he was open. He was open
Absolutely.
quite a few times.
Yeah.
Wide open.
That was some personnel issues there, I think.
our
Personality
biggest-
issues.
I personally
changes had to
think
be
our
made.
biggest problem right now is Auburn's defense.
Those changes
And
had
I
to
think
be made.
Muschamp will have that turned around.
Now, let me ask you this though: Do you think if Auburn finishes the season the way Gene Chizik did his last year, they'll do the same thing to Malzahn?
No.
I think they'll give him another year.
Not yet, not now.
I don't think.
Who you gonna get?
I mean, they'll give him another year. I think they'll give Muschamp another year too.
I don't think it's. I don't think
You
we
can
need to
you
talk
can do
about
that to a fault. I understand you got to move on sometimes, but you do that enough, you're not going to get a coach to come coach
yeah.
for you.
I mean,
who's going to move their family out of school
That
and
shows
whatever?
Bruce was the deal for
Man,
that situation.
how many coaches do we need on payroll?
Saying.
Yeah, really.
I mean, we got enough
We
for
can't
him
afford
now.
to buy another contract out at this
Yeah,
point.
we need-
you'll have to step up and write a check.
I can barely afford tickets now.
Anyway, we'll go ahead and go to another break. We'll be back in about 2 minutes, and please come back and join us.
see
We'll
us
be
at
here
Moe's.
for our final segment. Come out and join us here at Moe's,
right.
Coleman, Alabama.
Thank
See you in
you.
a few minutes.
At Premier Bank, you have a financial income. Hi, I'm Jay Mullins, president of Premier Bank, with some exciting news about our financial strength and performance. For the 6th consecutive year, our bank has been rated 5 stars by Bauer Financial, an independent firm that has been analyzing and reporting on the financial condition of the nation's banking industry since 1983. This prestigious rating means that we are one of the strongest banks in the nation, and a safe and sound bank you can depend on.
Wallace State offers associate degree and certificate programs in Alabama's hottest job fields. Every year this decade, almost 3,800 new workers will enter these fields. Will you be one of them? Be one of us. Get in a Wallace state of mind. That's the projected number of job openings for trained welders this decade. That's the potential salary for welders trained the Wallace State way. With the latest robotic technology for manufacturing, who will you be? Be one of us and get in a Wallace state of mind.
We're slashing prices this October at Bill Smith Buick GMC in Coleman. Like this 2015 GMC Sierra Z71 Crew Cab 4-wheel drive with leather interior. Was $49,330, now $39,330. That's $10,000 off. It's no trick. We're the treat at Bill Smith Buick GMC in Coleman. It's October at Bill Smith Buick GMC in Coleman. Time for the perfect family vehicle. Like this 2015 GMC Terrain with leather interior, built-in GPS, and so much more. Starting at only $24,690. It's no trick. We've got the treat at Bill Smith Buick GMC in Coleman.
When energy prices start to rise, a single electric co-op can only do so much. That's why your Touchstone Energy Cooperative taps the combined ideas and resources of co-ops locally and nationally to deliver electricity at the best price possible. And in that unity, every member gains strength. Together we can take control of the future, instead of the future taking control of us.
Coleman Electric Cooperative.
Hey, welcome back. Moe's here in Coleman, live from Moe's Barbecue. It's Sports Weekly. It's our first annual show. Glad you're joining us. If you're still out and about, come by Coleman. We're here live till about, 10, 11 o'clock, whenever they kick us out. But when we finish talking about a few things in our last segment, we've got about 10 minutes left. So we're going to talk about, mention a little bit about leading into, I know we got a bye week this week with LSU and Alabama, but we want to mention that a little bit and talk about, Spencer had a couple things he wanted to mention.
On the
that.
LSU, Alabama, and that is going to decide the West for sure.
Absolutely.
The winner of that is going to clear the West.
Off of the SEC.
Yes, sir. And we got another week to build on it.
Yep.
And we got the World Series starting tomorrow, don't we?
That we do.
World Series.
We were
does
just
start
talking about
tomorrow night.
baseball and how much the three of us love baseball. We know the stats and know all that. And I really get fired up on baseball at the 7th game of the World Series.
This
Bottom of the ninth is about all I can handle.
October 26th, the last week in October, is I usually watch baseball. When it gets into the World Series, I love baseball. Don't get me wrong, I love playing it. I played it as a kid. But right now is when I love watching it. Who we got playing? We got the Mets
and Kansas City Royals.
What about a little history on that, Spencer? Who was here? Who's been in it before? And what's theirs?
I know Kansas just played Toronto over the weekend, isn't that right?
They did. Blue Jay.
And this is the first, not in the original, what were you saying?
It's the first time you have two non-original National League and American League teams playing World Series. It's also 30 years to the date for the Kansas City Royals being in. They were back in 1985, and 29 years to the date as far as New York Mets.
Yeah.
Okay.
as far as winning.
That's pretty interesting.
That is good. Since
tell
they
you what.
both won one.
There's tons.
So they're due.
Where's the
both
first game?
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Yeah, playing at Kansas City tomorrow night, Tuesday night, and I'm assuming they'll do the Tuesday, Wednesday at Kansas City, then off, and then play
They go
3,
back.
and if they come back, if they have
We
it.
may come back next week and it'll be over. So
That's very possible. It's very possible that it will be.
3 in a row and you're done, right?
yeah, pretty much. It's back-
Four.
4 in a row.
Four in a
Best
row.
out of 7.
Best
Okay, best out of
How
7.
much we know about baseball?
Well, 3,
Yeah.
4.
34. It's just one more.
It's just one more game.
That's what I
What's the
say.
deal?
I'll tell you
You
what.
win 3, she better win 4.
That's right.
I'll promise you this: in the springtime around this county, when baseball does roll around for high school, I'll guarantee
Yes.
our
We
teams
get
will
serious
change
here.
there.
Absolutely.
Now,
And
when it
hopefully
comes, when
we'll
it comes
get
to
that
local
covered.
ball, we take that kind of serious.
We'll become some true baseball fans and understand what's going on at that point.
So we get some guests on the show. Then.
Absolutely.
And I tell you what, we've had a lot of local young men that have played some, who got opportunities.
We got a lot of playing right now.
Professional ball from here in
hopefully
this,
work some of
around
those
this
guys
area.
too.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be good.
Well, Billy, looks like you got pulled up here a little bit of NASCAR.
I did.
You know, you can't have a sports show and not talk about NASCAR here in the South.
You just had
You've got
the Talladega 500.
Talladega was Sunday, was yesterday.
I mean, what? That might be the best sport there is. I mean, we're talking about a sport that was birthed from bootleg and moonshine.
Absolutely.
I mean,
essentially, and that's
it was. That's how they learned how to drive. wasn't it?
It's the bootleg
Evading
and
the law.
moonshine sport.
Yeah.
And it's.
Have y'all been to a race?
I've been to Talladega.
Talladega.
That's fun.
Been
I've
to Talladega never to a race.
I've been to Talladega 1 year for a race a couple years ago, and then I went to the Pepsi 400 night race at Daytona, which
How
is
was that?
which is awesome. It was cool.
I've been to 2 in the stands and 1 in the infield, and
Yeah.
that's an experience.
It's cool. I did
Tell you what,
a
it is an experience.
few years ago. I did the racing adventure where you go down there and drive 15 laps.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's pretty slick.
My
That
awesome
was
wife
cool.
got me that for Father's Day.
Did you do it already?
And it's been several years ago, and you can do it 2 ways. You can either drive the car, or you could just ride along with someone.
If you're
So
going to do it, you might as well drive.
do what now?
I said, if you're going to do it, you might as well drive.
Well, that's what you think, and I'm with you. But the thing about it is, that, I've never been on the NASCAR track, and so you get in that car. Those turns, y'all, they're not. It's not like turning left or turning right.
You turn left.
Hey, but I mean, it looks like you're going into.
You're like hitting a wall.
You're like, I'm fixing to hit a wall. And so, and everybody on that track that was driving, I mean, they're all taking off, but as soon as they get that first turn, they're like, they all slow down to like 20 mile an hour.
Well,
I mean,
you have to. And what I was thinking is, this car's made for this. So here I go off a pit road, and I'm thinking this car's
But let
made
the
to do this.
professional do it.
So I hammered
Oh my
down.
gosh.
I hammered down, and I hit that curve, and I thought the car was going to flip over. When I first hit that hard curve, and I realized it's going to hang in there.
Yeah.
So I just held it on,
And
held it to the
Amy's
floor.
over thinking, flip.
I know, she's thinking, turn that thing over, hit the wall.
I tell you, the driver
Hope
I was
your
with,
Insurance paid.
insurance paid up.
hey, they had a red limiter in that car, and he put it on the floor, and he never lit up. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it took me a whole lap around that track before I could,
White knuckled it around.
it was unreal. It was.
But
it
you
was
imagine doing that with 40 other cars or whatever it is beside you and right in front of you. I mean, I just can't imagine
Sometimes
that. That'd be unreal.
Or
it's about like driving from on the interstate on 65
To Birmingham or Tuscaloosa.
Exactly
I'll
right.
tell you one thing, after it was over with,
Same difference.
when it was over with and I got back on the interstate going home, I'm running about 100 mile an hour. I'm a professional, get out of my way. I was getting
If you want to have a good
fastest trip I ever
indication,
made to Birmingham.
have a good indication what it is to be in NASCAR, just go to Los Angeles and try to ride out there in downtown traffic. You'll have
Take
a
about
perfect
20
idea.
lanes.
No,
You're
I can
right.
tell you a story about that. We ain't got time. That's crazy.
But it looks like you got the standings.
I do.
Was this from the
This
race?
is from the 500 last weekend, yeah.
So Joe Logano won, supposedly
Logano
under a.
Beat Dale Earnhardt Jr.
There was
led 60-something.
There was some
And
there was
then
some
they
controversy.
at the end. Supposedly,
changed the
you got some
rules.
folks that were really upset about it. So what? Do you know
I
what
checked
happened?
up on this today.
Yeah, what happened?
They changed the rules for just this one race. They're only going to have one green checkered
Green, white checker.
star.
Right.
Normally they have 3.
Okay.
And then the first one that they had a wreck behind, and now they're talking about, I forget the guy's name who wrecked. He might have done it on purpose to let him get in the chase. So Earnhardt, Dale Jr. had to win the race to get in the chase, so he's out. But they asked him, and he was very
He said that's
gracious
part of
about
it.
Yeah, he
That's
said,
part of the race.
We play by the rules. We knew the rules before we started, but I've heard a lot of
Which he finished
That's not his daddy's idea of how to handle
he
it.
would have been
He
upset. Yeah.
Yeah, Rubbin's racing.
Absolutely.
You ain't first, you last.
It says Ricky
Ricky
Bobby.
Bobby. Ricky Bobby.
I wouldn't say that all night.
But yeah, I tell you, my dad was the biggest Dale Earnhardt fan that ever lived. And when he died, in that horrible crash, I mean, my dad calls me, and he lived in Huntsville. And I get on the answer machine, and I get the phone says, Bill, this your dad. Dale Earnhardt's dad. Then he hangs up. And I was like,
what?
I was like,
Is that a prank?
I got to call him back. I was like, Dad, are you okay?
Are you okay? Yeah.
I met Dale Earnhardt one time actually.
Really?
And he was a nice guy.
All they say he was a bud.
Well, yeah. But I mean, I went to get
good, but
he was good.
He was arrogant, but I mean, my gosh, look at how good the guy was.
Yeah.
He was the best.
He was the best.
It's not arrogant if you can back it up.
Back it up.
That's just pure
day in, day out. You know, week to week.
But I would try to get an
But that's
autograph
such an
from him.
interesting sport to me because there's so much more
He
to
wouldn't
it.
do it. Really? He would not do it.
There's so much more to it than getting out there driving. When you look at the statistics and the different things that they do to make those cars faster, it's amazing to me.
You know,
they got it down to just the tenth second. I mean, really, it makes a difference.
And when you think about the comparables, you know, we talk about college football. Well, there's so many regulations as far as stipulations on recruitment and all that stuff. Well, in NASCAR, I mean, there's so many. They place so many, you know, regulations on the cars and what they can and can't do.
Yeah.
You know, and the drivers are a part of the team, but those drivers, anyone you interview, they'll tell you that I'm one of a huge corporation, of a complex, and they're the first.
They know, and very humble, and they know they can't do it
I
without.
wish they'd go back to run
everybody.
moonshine and see what happened.
Let me ask you a
Get the
question.
fastest car you got and see what it'll do. No rules, just go.
What do y'all think is the most vital part of a NASCAR team?
Oh wow!
Pit crew.
I think it's.
Pit crew, and you got the spotter that keeps them out of trouble in every turn. You got the pit crew changing tires, putting fuel in.
Close
Yeah, you got a
radio
guy.
just said move.
Move, right. Move. You got to trust that guy with no hesitation. Because you don't go there, you lose your window when you're doing 195 miles an hour.
Or lose your life.
See, my thing I was thinking would be probably the mechanics, the people because I know now that they've gone to a lot.
Well, technically, the way they say it, all cars are supposed to be the same. Well, they're not, but that's the whole deal of NASCAR is all of them are supposed to be the same horsepower, same everything, which is they tweak it and everything. But
They have a way to tweak it.
You got
Downforce, airflow. I mean,
that's what they do. They make adjustments on the car.
Make adjustments.
You know, what kind of tires am I going to run? What kind of suspension am I going to run? What can I do to get the most?
And it
this
makes
track?
a difference day and night.
Oh, absolutely.
The temperature. I mean, just the whole
Their tires
It's
expand,
unreal.
they contract different temps and everything.
And the drivers, they talk about how the track conditions change from one day to the next.
Yeah.
You know,
During
what
the
they do,
race.
what they
During the race. Go from afternoon
it
race
heats
to
up.
night race,
Heats
and
up,
it
yeah.
makes
Or
it
cools
gets
down.
tight.
Rubbin's
It's
race.
tight on.
Rubbin's racing, baby.
So, you gonna get us some picks, maybe some, or we going?
Yeah, if you want to do some picks right quick, we got a couple minutes I think left. Y'all want to pick the games?
Well, let's do it. We got to tell us
We had
who's
the top 4 games.
We had a top 4
decided.
SEC games we're going to talk about picking. It's
You
Auburn.
better write this down.
I'll write it down, and we'll tell you how we all did next week. We got Auburn, Ole Miss. We've got Florida and Georgia.
There we
We've
go.
got South Carolina, Texas A&M, and Tennessee and Kentucky.
All right, you start.
So what do y'all think?
So Auburn and Ole Miss. Who you
I'm
got?
picking Auburn.
Got to.
I really am.
What you
Absolutely.
think the score might be?
50 to nothing.
Boy, I don't know about the score, but
50 to nothing. 75 to nothing.
2 to 3.
62 to 8.
There we go. 60. That's more realistic.
See, that's more realistic, I think.
Man,
So I'll write that down.
Who you picking?
That's talking about Cam Newton came back and started running the offense.
No.
We all pick Auburn. Who you got? Big
I got Auburn too.
All right.
And actually, I got Auburn 2017. I think it'll be tight.
2017, it'll probably be tight. It'll be tighter than 68 to 2 or 60.
If not 2017, it's going to be one of those games like with Arkansas where Auburn actually outlasted.
2
We
to
got
3.
Florida, Georgia.
I'm
Florida,
gonna pick
Georgia.
Florida.
Florida on that one. I think Georgia's going to beat them.
Who you think? Florida, Georgia.
I think I'm going the Bulldogs. I think they're coming
I
back.
think Georgia's going
Gators too.
They're coming
We
back.
got two and then 2 for Florida.
I like it too.
And we've got South Carolina, Texas A&M. I don't really care about that game either way.
I got A&M on that
You got
one.
A&M.
A&M. Okay.
I got A&M. I think with A&M's going to bring it together.
A&M's getting tired of getting.
A&M.
And they got. I mean,
What's the
how
last
could-
one we got? Sorry, where?
Tennessee, Kentucky.
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Tennessee all the way. All right,
We
good deal.
appreciate y'all listening, watching, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you, Spencer.
Thank you,
Weston,
Stats Guy.
Billy, thank you all very much. We enjoyed our first show tonight. Again, next Monday night we plan on being here unless they pull us off there after our first show,
We
which
want
is
to say-
possible too.
That's true. Thanks to Mose for letting us
Absolutely.
have it here.
And join us out
Say
here.
that.
What a venue.
We want to thank Justin Gilly and Mose for sponsoring us tonight. And if you want to be a sponsor, contact Spencer or TV27.
At 256-739-6652.
Okay.
And or you can get them on the internet again at
WCQT.
WCQT27.com. That number again, if you want to sponsor, 256 739-6652.
Hey, thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you.
We'll see you
It's
next week.
Have a good evening.